This is Bill Frisell, and you're watching First Look.
The brilliant guitarist composer Bill Frisell has just released his fourth Blue Note album. It's titled Orchestras. It's a double album that captures two performances, one with the 60-piece Brussels Philharmonic and one with the 11-piece Umbria Jazz Orchestra. It's an exquisite collection of music. Congratulations, man, and thanks for being here today.
Well, thank you. Thank you as always for for listening.
Well, putting a jazz group in front of an orchestra isn't a new idea, but I've never ever heard it done the way you've done it on this album. It feels like the orchestra is like a fourth member of your band and is improvising and interacting in real time with your trio, which I know defies the laws of physics. But how did you do that, man? It's incredible.
Well, no, it wasn't me. It's there was a lot leading up to this. I mean, really, Michael Gibbs, that's a long relationship with him. Uh, I first discovered his music in when I was in high school. There was this traveling Newport Jazz Festival show, and I saw Cannonball Adderley, and Dionne Warwick was sort of the big headliner at the time, and Thelonious Monk, and there was Gary Burton's quartet. When they say mind blowing, I'm for real. That's what was happening, and so in Gary Burton's band, there was like a sound, like, what is this sound? What is going on with this? The harmony and the melody, and it was like something I'd never heard. And so I started searching out his records, and then I started noticing this name. He wasn't in the band, but a lot of the music was written by Michael Gibbs, and that's where I first became aware of him. And so I became a huge fan of Michael Gibbs. This is like 1968. What I'm getting at is this long relationship with him and his sensitivity to what I do. So it had been always a dream of mine to, do something more with him. But these opportunities came up within this 1 year for the Brussels Philharmonic and the Umbria Jazz Orchestra. If I play a note, if you play a note on the bass, I play a note on the guitar, there's like just play one note, play it open G, and there's like a whole kaleidoscope of a rainbow of stuff going on with that one note, above the note or below the note.
Right.
And he's so sensitive to that. And the first rehearsal, the orchestra starts playing and we just start playing, and then someone said, well, where's your music? they because they did have they had printed out parts for us, but we didn't know that they had parts because we didn't need them, because we knew it was all music that we've played as a trio. And so we're just welcomed into this wonderland of, we could just do whatever we want. So.
It's funny because there's an original song on the Brussels Philharmonic record called Throughout that you've recorded before,
Yeah.
but never like this. And when you were stretching out on top of the orchestra, your choice of notes, it was woven so integrally into the voicings of the score, and those voicings are quite complex. And when I listened to it, I was imagining you sitting at home for months in advance, poring over the score, and no one, because or else how would you know? But this is a clear example of just the intuitive relationship that Michael's got with where you're going to go harmonically.
There was no nothing in the way, it was just go for it. I wanted to mention Alexander Hansen, the conductor. We lucked out because his internal clock, his rhythm, it was like he was in the band and he brought that whole orchestra. So I could feel, the way we would phrase, or I would end something or hit on something. He was like, bam,
Just there.
and that's rare,
It must have been fun.
Yeah, it was super fun.
Let's play. Let's play a little bit of Throughout. That's Bill Frisell and his trio with the Brussels Philharmonic from his new album, Orchestras. We should mention the deep conversation that goes on in your trio, man. Tell us a bit about playing with Thomas Morgan and Rudy Royston.
More than 30 years ago, we met for the first time and played. And also that, again, he's from Denver, where I grew up. So there's this, whatever that thing is, like rode our bikes down the same streets when we were kids and all that kind of stuff. I mean, we're quite a bit, there's a little bit of a gap in our age, but just, I think there's something to that. When he moved to New York, then we really started playing often in all kinds of different circumstances. And then Thomas, same thing, he had just gotten out of school and was actually subbing for Ron Carter at a rehearsal.
Well, it's an incredible band, man. And the album is gorgeous. I really love it.
No, thank you.
Well, thank you for being here today to talk about it. It's always a gas to see you, man.
You too. We'll be together somewhere soon.
I'll be looking forward to that. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time on First Look.
Bye.
If you enjoyed First Look and would like to see more, please hit the subscribe button and also click the bell icon. That way, you'll be notified when we post our next video.